Welcome back, everyone, for another round of Minecraft Modded. Today, we're going to test out a design. Now, this is something that came out in the past before I ever stopped playing Minecraft previously, and that is using villagers to create pretty much fully automatic food farms. There's a couple of catches with this, one being depending on the crop you use. Right now, as of 1.15.1, I was seeing a lot of reports of there being an issue with wheat. First off, the villagers don't use just wheat, they convert it to bread. However, with 1.15.1, there was a bug where they weren't converting it to bread. In terms of potatoes, you get stuck with poisonous potatoes, and they apparently don't know what to do with poisonous potatoes, so they build up in the inventory until that villager stops working. And I have a feeling that it might do something similar with beetroot seeds, so today I'm just going to test with carrots. The second problem with this design is getting the villagers into place. You need two of them. You need one to be a farmer, and then one that the farmer's going to throw food to because that villager looks hungry. So getting the villagers into the right spot has always been the bigger problem for people, but of course I am playing modded, and I have a very nice mod called the Mob Catcher mod, which gives me a Pokeball that lets me pick up mobs. So that makes it a lot easier for me to move the villagers, which is why we're going to try that out today. So first thing I have done is I'm building up a little higher just because I want to keep it out of the room of everything else that I might build until I have vetted that this is going to be worthwhile for me to use. So I have a 9x9 growing area, which is in the center, a water block. And so that's perfect because you get the maximum coverage from that single water block covering 4 blocks in each direction. So you basically have the center block and then 4 blocks out in each direction, fill it in until you have the full thing. And I filled in just less than half of it with carrots now, and that's okay because what we're going to do is once we put the villager in here, he should start filling in stuff on his own. But before we do that, we got to make sure things are ready for the other villager, who, let's just say we've got Farmer Steve and we've got unemployed villager Jeff. Jeff looks hungry standing over here, so Farmer Steve, having carrots, being the nice, generous farmer he is, decides to come over here, throw Jeff a few carrots because he looks hungry. And instead of Jeff catching the carrots, we're going to have some hopper mine carts in the way to catch them and basically steal the carrots midair and put them into a chest for us. So the way I'm approaching this, and you can do it a variety of ways, as long as you have a chest where some hoppers can feed in, you can have them go out, you can go down like I'm doing, you can have it go whatever direction you want, as long as the hopper is right here at the edge. And then what we're going to have is past that, this is the block where our villager is actually going to stand. So this is where Jeff will be. Steve will be over here. He's going to throw to Jeff, and we're going to have stuff in the way that intercepts and then brings the carrots down so that they go down below where we want them to go and not go to Jeff so he can eat them, you know, because we want him to stay hungry. If he stays hungry, then Steve's just going to keep throwing him carrots. So now that I've got everything leveled up, so my farmer won't be able to get out, before I place him down, I want to go ahead and get this area filled in. So you see we've got the hopper that's feeding down, straight down for me, but again, you can do it whichever direction you want, as long as you go down at least one and out from there, because we need a solid block here for Jeff, our hungry villager, to stand on, and we will make sure he can't get out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place a temporary block. I'm just doing dirt because we're going to do a mine cart with a hopper, and then we're going to take that out so it drops. And then the trick here is, I didn't mean to split that, we need to do a little trap door. And I believe that, that's the trick we're going to use because we've got to do another mine cart with a rail. So we're going to put that, that whole shift for it. We're going to do that. And if I remember right, I believe this is what we do. And it drops it there, which is going to, that messed it up. And there we go. Okay, so you got to do that to get that done. And now I need... I need my hoe. Okay, I was off a little bit. I actually have to try and target here. You need to get the lower one. because we still need to put another trapdoor up top on that one. So you actually need to get the lower one so it fits kind of below that. Then we just do the same spot again. Pop that. Oh, if I get the right thing, and there we go. Do that. Pop that out. Now it drops, and now you need a second trapdoor sitting here, and that's so the villager doesn't escape and go running off on a angry rampage because he's hungry. He's hangry. All right, now we got villagers, so we'll drop one in. We got Mr. Farmer, and he should, assuming some of these actually grow to... Oh, did he harvest? Yes, he did. He harvested one, and then he started planting from the carrots he had from that harvest. Now, one thing you can do instead of pre-planting stuff, you can just toss some carrots to the guy, which he should pick them up. And hey, yep, there he goes. He's not going to embarrass me and not plant anything. So next step is we, of course, have to put our hungry villager, Jeff, inside here. And this is where this mod can be a little tricky, because if you place him like that, you see it places him above. So what I guess you're going to do is have to get him on the edge and make sure you have a way to push him in. So now he's in there. And that means when he gets a full set of carrots planted everywhere and starts gathering up carrots to give, a hungry boy there, he should have everything get collected by these, dumped down into the piston, or into the hopper below, down to the chest for me to collect. So I have all of the carrot spaces filled in now, and I just put up some fencing, fence posts up there that are above the level where something can jump on it. I don't see a spider being a problem, but zombies should not be able to get across. And now he should just be trying to throw stuff to Jeff here as he collects you carrots. And of course, he's got carrots ready to harvest. He's just not harvesting them. So it's not like he's the fastest worker. He's not the most reliable worker, but he's still an automatic worker. Meaning the idea is I should be able to walk away as long as I'm in range for him to stay actively loaded in the game and working. I should have carrots being produced where I don't have to replant them. So I was trying to see what was going on with my farmer, because he didn't seem to be passing any food over, and I accidentally turned him into a guard. So having an interesting mod now backfired on me. And of course, why would he not do that? So the one sitting in there decided to become the farmer. This is why when you're initially building this, you want to make sure you put down the farmer first, so that you don't end up with this kind of problem. And my problem was I messed things up with an accidental click, and I end up with this crisscross. So yeah, my fault on this part, but make sure you place down your farmer first so you don't run into this sort of issue. Now go do your farming thing now that I know you're not going to break the crop underneath. That still kind of bothers me you did that. And you there. No. See, stop. No. Trying to jump off the edge. Go. I hate you guys. There we go. All right, dude, get to work. You've got a lot of carrots. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to do this. Let's just toss in a bunch of carrots. This works for getting them to breed. So, yeah, let's just see what he does. He's collecting them. He's hungry. Now he's not so hungry. Come on. I know you're not doing anything to use the food level up. So, dude over here is hungry. Give him some food. So, new guy is finally actually active in collecting crops. And he did come and look at the other guy like, hey, man, I think you want some food. He just, I don't think, actually gave him any food, because if he did, he actually collected it and it didn't go into the mine carts like he was supposed to, or he didn't bother even throwing anything to the guy. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. He didn't even bother throwing them yet, which he should have more than enough. So maybe one of my mods has broken this. Maybe it's something with the mod loader. Or maybe I'm just not giving enough time for them to actually do anything. But he's harvested a good bit of carrots. He should be giving some carrots to this guy. And from what I have looked at, this is still the approach. You need something to block the toss, but you still need it where he's technically visible so the farmer will toss to him and have it so that, guess what, you know, something blocks the toss and it gets collected by a hopper. In this case, hopper minecarts going into hopper. Oh, hey, look, we finally have a single carrot. Now that's possibly just from him harvesting this and it falling down. So I'm not going to say for sure that that is what happened. All right, if I just put this in here, let's make sure, because I'm pretty sure it's working because I had stuff in there earlier. But yep. All right, so the hopper system's working. It's just a matter of getting him to actually want to give this guy carrots. And apparently he's being a little bit stingier than he's supposed to be for giving the guy carrots. But it might be working. Maybe I'll just need to give it enough time for him to start ramping up in terms of his production. So, you know what? I'm going to leave it, let that hopefully grow. In the meantime, I still have my regular carrot production back on my little tower base. But if this works, then this is definitely something I can use to do automatic harvesting, at least for carrots, without any issues in terms of the villager running out of space in his inventory because of something getting stuck and building up. It's also a stackable design. Not exactly the way I've done it now, but if I was to have the hopper fitting out this way, I can stack vertically and have a chain of hoppers coming down. And basically it's the same idea as what I've done now. You would just want to build up above this level, like going out this way with the blocks. And that block there will serve as the base for where you put in the water block, and you'll have the same design one level above. You just block it off so that guy's, you know, not there. And again, you have the same thing. It's like a gap above here, hopper that feeds across, and you have a hopper chain that brings everything down. So yeah, it's a stackable design, but there's potential for issues with the other crop types. And really, out of all the crops, the carrots are the ones I'm getting the best results from right now. So I'm going to stick with letting them try to do some carrot production. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. With my farms right now, everything's starting to go really smoothly. Just got to see how this farm works. And now it's probably about time I start doing some more building in the village, as well as continuing work, as I've already started work on expanding the village for their farming area that I'm going to have them be able to use just freely. So it's probably gonna be time to get back to working on that next episode, but for now that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I'll see you in the next video.